Good morning. So, yesterday I asked the question on Instagram, what is your biggest obstacle regarding your relationship with food? So, I thought I would address the answer that so many of you gave, which was cobweb, feeling out of control around candy and sweets. Okay, so you may not like my answer or even understand it, but I'm going to try my hardest to explain it, okay? It's a huge mindset shift, and one that I will admittedly say that probably if you would have asked me that question, sugar and candy would have been my answer too. So it's something that I am always working through. Where is that cobweb? Okay, so first of all, keep sweets around your house. Eat sweets every single time you want them, and do not restrict them in any way, shape, or form. Tell yourself, I can have sweets anytime I want them. And this is something that I tell myself all the time. There are certain candies that I will catch myself thinking, well, I'm just gonna binge on this. But then I tell myself, Lauren, you can have these anytime you want them. You can literally drive to Walgreens and get another bag. This is something that I started doing after, immediately into my whole journey with intuitive eating. And this really goes for any foods for me that feel sometimes as if they should still be off limits. I just remind myself, you can have them anytime you want them. This is not the last bag of chips. This is not the last bag of Twizzler pull and peels. Those are my favorite. You can have them anytime you want them. Because here's the thing, when we create strict food rules around certain food groups, like desserts or candy or sugar or whatever, and place judgment on ourselves when we do choose to eat them, this is a sign, a huge sign, that we are still stuck in diet mentality. These foods become off limits in our mind, which only creates a negative mindset and adds more stress than necessary. So giving yourself permission to eat whatever you want removes the lust of these off-limit foods. And that is the huge mindset shift, is giving yourself permission to eat whatever you want without judgment. And it takes practice. Like anything else, it just takes practice. Rules, judgment, and morality around food are all part of diet mentality. It can be hard to break these habits, but you can start by identifying them in your own life and working on these mindset shifts. So if sugar and sweets feel like a rule in your life, feel like they rule your life, I challenge you to reframe how you think and act around them. Let me know what you think about this. It's not easy. It is all part of it's stuck to me. Ha! It's all part of the intuitive eating journey, and it's not easy. I'm not pretending like it is. But I promise you that it is so worth it. A big sign in my own life, which I think a lot of you will identify with in the sweets category. I can have sweets at my house and forget about them. In the past, that would never have happened. I knew right where they were. I thought about them all the time. All the time. And actually, the other day, I made cookies with my son and my nephew, and I threw away 4 of them. I couldn't believe it. Because this is also something I've tried to do with my kids. I tell them all the time, we have to be able to keep sweet foods around, less nutrient dense foods around, and not act like heathens around them. But I think that happens when we create this restricting mentality in our head that we can have these foods and we can't have these foods. Then that binging cycle can sometimes happen. So anyways, I could go on and on. Let me know your thoughts around this. You're definitely not alone if this is something that you deal with. Just so you know that half of the people that responded to my question, it was maybe more than half, probably more than half. It was about sugar, sweets, candy, etc. So let me know your thoughts.